And hopefully it won't be one we hate, you know?
Yeah, well, we need all the lore, so. Nah. Otherwise, we get to wait about roughly 365 days until we can do this again, because I really should have logged on over the weekend, but I
It'd
was playing
only
catch
be
up.
like 350 days.
And did I
Because they
did
would
I not
still
say
start
roughly?
it or try to start it on Halloween.
Oh,
Marianne
they
and
got good this year. I mean, they managed to get it out like what the same day the park came out, or roughly.
uh Art came out well before this event.
The park came out on October 27th, didn't it?
No?
Let me double check. We will fact check everything. Hey, what?
Pretty sure Part came out like a whole week or so before this event started. Okay. Oh, this is unrepeatable?
Huh?
Oh. Oh. No. Damn it.
Is it something we're gonna hate?
A little bit.
October 27th, by the way.
Huh. I was wrong. I have to start that Danny's book mission. Because I haven't done that on this character. I don't think.
So we had to go back.
Uh, yeah. But, so you can start it. Um, Let me give you the coordinates.
No, I'll just follow you. I got nothing
It'll
better.
be in the CDC camp.
Okay, I'll wait you at the CDC camp. I'm gonna go take a shower in the CDC camp.
You do that.
Of
You
course.
revert. Right? Yeah. Ugh. Man. I'm wasting so much packs on animal leaves. What do you mean the South facility has been captured by the dragon? Ah, I'm on the wrong character. Except I'm not. Except I am. Okay. This mission was kicked off. Woo!
I'm gonna be super clean.
Mm-hmm. Because this mission does get started in the treehouse, right?
Yes,
Man, I was just there.
I
Why'd I have to be
know.
so slow?
I never did her yellow mission because I hate yellow missions. And you let me up there.
I'm going to do every mission eventually just because achievements and swag and
Oh, the swag.
stuff.
I feel the need to shoot something in the face.
Do it.
Probably not the thing with the glowing orange thingy with the thingy that's gonna give me a... Screw it. Kitty!
Kitty of Ulthar?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there you
Swagtastic. Oh, what am I doing with my life? I didn't need a taco.
What?
I
But
know.
achievements.
I know. I'm really trying to work towards that. How
Mm-hmm.
many freaking tacos do I need to eat? Because I'm pretty sure it's a lot.
Um, it is a lot, a lot, a lot.
One of these days, I just need to sit down for like 3 or 4 hours and just eat nothing but tacos.
That could work.
Now, where is the
It's,
taco thing found?
I mean, you only need 7,460.
Where is the achievement for taco?
It's under global.
Interesting. Tex-Mex T-Rex. I've almost hit 100. I mean, 1,000. Nobody saw me terribly math.
Okay. I now have the Spooky Stories of Solomon Island quest.
Yeah.
Finally.
I may or may not be eating tacos.
Just shovel them into your mouth, Maddie.
Just shovel them in. I don't have tacos. Well, I have. Well, I can make a taco. Should I make a taco? Dang it! Now I'm hungry.
Well, you have a little bit of time to kill before I'm, back over there.
If I wasn't recording, because I had to test out this new headset and stuff and stuff, and I feel like this might be slightly more productive spamming the Tumblr tag instead of all the screenshots.
Truth.
Even if this is not the most entertaining thing to watch me do, is running around the CDC camp. I need to shoot something in the face. Where is a thing I can shoot?
Just wipe out everything there. Kill it all.
Killing
Burn it
all.
fire. You've got a flamethrower. Burn away the filth. And don't forget to take out your pet. But don't burn away your filth kitty, because that would be sad.
I like how for a brief moment I can have two pets out at the same time. Yeah. I don't need that taking up space. I need things to kill. Things to kill. Huh, okay. Shotgun's more effective. And I gained some AP. That's what counts.
Picking up all the zombies. Waking up all the zombies.
I gotta go take a shower, because I got all filthy. And that was probably the weakest pun I've done all night.
Yep.
Alright, time to pick up the mission. Read The Confession by Marianne Chen. I'm assuming it's on her laptop. No, or it's the book. I don't like my chances of surviving. The cold, freaky creatures and the complete lack of response from home base are telling me one thing. Don't expect to get out of here anytime soon. The rest of the team is gone and there are tourists. People passing by, wanting to help, but mostly wanting to get on with it. I can't tell what kind of secret world I've stumbled into, but this isn't my first peek through the curtains. I'm freaking myself out, mostly, and though everything seems to indicate that I will be okay if I stay here at the camp, and I somehow manage to keep finding food. I just have a feeling, you know? I don't want to die, but if I'm going to, I want to face whatever comes with a clear conscience. The operation in New Orleans, it has become an urban legend for good reason. For the part that I played in covering it up, I'm sorry. This is what I remember of that night. Consider it a confession. New Orleans has always been a haunted town. I don't believe in ghosts. I never have, but New Orleans is the place where you could believe in ghosts, if anywhere. It's the violence, and the history, the crowding, and the crowds, and the dead. Always the dead. This was Mardi Gras, and the streets were filled were full of drunk tourists, drowning their desperate lives in pints of liquor and glimpses of flesh traded for cheap plastic beads. In the alleyways, shadows shaped like men preyed on the drunk and gullible, relieving them of money, IDs, and consciousness, not necessarily in that order. My small team has been sent down from Atlanta, most of us skilled in training, to get some field experience. I don't know anyone in the group except Michael Venderman, a biology major like myself. The others were all from all over the various disciplines, and our chaperone on this little field trip was Mark Davies. Davies was also from some part of the center that I'd never visited, some sort of specialist. None of us really had a clue what we were doing there, though Venderman had a theory that we were going to try and chart the spread of an STD over the course of the week. He volunteered to be subject zero, of course. Venderman was someone you could always count on to be idiotic. Davies let us get settled into our lodgings, a shitty little bed and breakfast in the French Quarter, and then he briefed us in the entry hall about the real work we were supposed to be doing there. The authorities are concerned. You may or may not have heard the rumor about the supposed organ smuggling ring operating out of New Orleans. Maybe you've seen the emails? He waited. Nobody had. We're mostly here as a precaution. The black market in organs barely exists in the United States, and the complication of long-run organ transport are beyond all but the mostly wealthy of criminal cartels. The district police commanders asked the CDC to have a presence here in case anything does happen. We'll be patrolling in plainclothes. Keep an eye out for anything suspicious, and keep your identification handy in case the police find something. They have been given orders to expect our presence. Any questions? Venderman raised his hand. Alone, sir? Or... You can partner up. It'll probably be the best way of stopping you getting too wasted, Venderman, Davies said. Venderman winked at me and I rolled my eyes. I knew where this was going. 6 hours and uncountable shots later, Venderman was a mess. I wasn't drinking, figuring that one of us had to stay sober in case we saw any random kidney harvesting going on. We were holed up in a bar on Bourbon Street, trying to avoid the crush of the crowd and holding a shouted conversation over the racket. I'm telling you, she was into me, Venderman was shouting. She was a prostitute. She was into your wallet, I yelled back. Pah! Venderman spread his derision. You're just jealous. Of a hooker? Oh, yeah. Seen anything yet? It was Davies, elbowing his way through the crowd to our table. He was carrying 3 glasses of beer, which he slammed down on the table. We've seen lots of tits in the bottom of a few glasses, but no kidney smuggling, sir, Venderman reported loudly. Davies swore and looked around, but nobody seemed to have heard Venderman over the din. Weren't you supposed to keep him sober? Davies asked me. I cocked an eyebrow. Him? I'm not sure the Pope can manage us, sir. Davies pushed the drinks across the table. Venderman grabbed his immediately, upending it. Davies gave him a disgusted look and raised his glass to me. I raised mine in polite reply. To field work, he said. We drank deeply. Afterwards, we dragged Venderman out of the bar and kept walking the streets. It doesn't make sense, sir, gasping. I wiped my mouth. The contents of my stomach lay splattered across the cobblestones in front of me. It was later, much later, and I was dizzy and sick, but still not drunk. It has all the signs of gastro. I know you haven't been drinking, Chen, Davies said, supporting me. Nearby, Venderman was curled into a fetal position, snoring loudly. No, I mean these organ thieves. You need equipment, sterile equipment, and at least a couple of competent surgeons. And the right blood type and time. Lots and lots of time. Surgery like that takes hours. It doesn't make sense. I collapsed to my knees again. Vaguely, I could see Davies moving over to check on Venderman. You're right. Equipment and surgeons. Who has those? I passed out. When I came to, my head was aching and my arm was numb. Presumably because I'd been lying on it. I was lying on a metal bench in what was clearly an operating theater. The cyan logo of the Valley Group was imprinted on the walls. Gathered around the operating table in the center room was a small group. dressed in blue scrubs and wearing elbow-length plastic gloves. As I watched, unmoving, they were lifting a glistening organ from an incision in the back of the patient, who lay face down on the operating table. The nearby machines sounded their tones steadily to indicate that all was well. Carefully, the organ was lifted and carried over to the bench where I lay. It was lifted into an ice box down near my feet, and I must have recoiled or made some other movement because one of the masked figures cried, "She's awake! Secure the cargo, don't worry about her." It was Davies. He pulled off his mask. "Easy now, Chen. Just lie there. We'll finish harvesting Venderman and we'll be on our way." What is this? Who are you? You don't work for the CDC. We work with the CDC. How do you think we knew that Venderman had the right blood type? Davies gestured. How do you think we got to borrow such excellent surgeons so quickly? I don't understand. And you won't. We're interested in only one thing. Venderman. He has what we need. You were just in the wrong place at the wrong time. But I'll tell the police. I'll tell them about you. About who? Davies? That was a fiction. This field trip? Also a fiction. As far as the CDC is concerned, you and Venderman ran off without permission for a week of Mardi Gras. And even if they didn't, we have people at the CDC. We have people in the police. No, here is what happens next. I woke up in a seedy hotel room, and it was just like Davies, or the man who I knew as Davies, had said. My suitcase and everything I had brought with me in New Orleans was near the door. I crept into the bathroom. Venderman was lying, heavily sedated in a bathtub full of ice. The blood was slowly seeping from the incisions on his back. In a fitful flickering of the bulb, he looked pale, but peaceful. I turned to the sink where a tube of lipstick lay open on the bathroom counter. I picked up the lipstick and with a trembling hand began to write, just as I had been instructed. Do not move or you will die. Take phone next to the bathtub and call 911. Your life depends on it. And then I left the hotel and returned to my life, just as I had been instructed. I am not the best at dramatic readings. I would like to point that out.
That's fair.
It's based on apparent urban legend.
Yeah, which is based on UT, I think.
Yeah. Let's go and see where Davies is.
Following.
Let's do this. Where's my kitty? Both of our kitties.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna make some zombie upset.
Yep. There you go.
I pissed them both off.
Oh, it's an Ulthor cat.
Kill
Nice.
500 werewolves. Okay. Yeah, you come over here and pay attention to me. Who did I kill? How did I accumulate that many? I like how we both jumped backwards at the exact same time. That was impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Search the nearby house for signs of his presence. Oh, here's the truck we end up by when we get kicked out of the Orochi encampment.
Hiss.
Okay, is this a solo instance or what?
Probably not.
Use the cellar door. Am I gonna have to shoot something in the face?
Wait, where'd you go?
It's over here by the cellar. I'm standing by it.
Oh.
I'm just gonna stand on top of it and it'll ding. Boom.
Okay.
Doesn't appear to be solo, but they've lied to us before.
Oh, wow.
Nice hand in the bathtub. That's always lovely.
Oh yeah, and watch that color come in. Mm-hmm.
Mm-mm.
And then my
Mm-mm.
hat starts snowing in the bathtub. That was great. Uh,
Alright, let me drop this video out and we'll continue on with the next one. Huzzah.